We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Julian Blackman on the...
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Tannehill now to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 39 yards there. A big one.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's Tannehill. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Right. Three down. Check safety. He's checking. Hurry.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. He's got it. Complete. Derrick Henry. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
At the 23-yard line.
Here's a quick throw out wide to Humphries. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the Colts' 19-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Tannehill. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another 1st down. 1st and goal from the 6. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
On the return, Deontay Harris. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Harris on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Rivers going to bring the Colts up 1st and 10 at their own 24. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rivers. The toss here completed to Pittman. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
A 3-yard pickup.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Rivers to the rookie Pittman for a Colts 1st down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
47-yard line.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Rivers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Rivers. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
11 yards.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. A first down carry for Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
From the 39, Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Out of bounds.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Titans 7, Colts nothing.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Gain of 1 yard on
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Henry, and he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Titans 14, Colts nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Rivers now. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
A gain of 22 yards.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Titans' 41-yard line.
Second and 11 at the 41. Here's Rivers. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 28. 12 yards there and a first down. Now, he came into this game within shouting distance of Dan Marino at 61,361 career yards. And with that last play, Charles, he just went past Dan Marino.
I'm struggling over here. And the only reason is when you hear about him passing a Dan Marino,
a legend,
it makes you step back and really take stock of his career. And you realize it's not just about the numbers. It's about the accomplishments. It's about the play. How great has his career been to pass Dan Marino's? I'd say pretty darn great.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
At the 2-yard
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Play action. It's Tannehill. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
2nd and 8 coming up. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Tackle made right at.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. From the 50, it's Tannehill. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And last year's All-Pro punter Brett Kern on to punt for Tennessee.
Back deep, Deontay Harris. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he's out right at the 25.
A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He'll get this one to Pittman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Throw left side taken in by Pittman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
The ball carrier.
Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Down.
Third and short yardage, Rivers. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage. And this is not even going to get there. It's no good. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Deontay Harris on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to Taylor on 1st down. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Gain of a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun. Rivers on the right side. It's Hilton with the catch. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
To number 13.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he'll find Pittman. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 5 catches for him in that 1st half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a 1st down.
So 190, 390. Here we go.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Clowney brought him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Rivers to throw it. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Rivers. It's his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox.
Complete.
And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36.
1st down.
1st target, 1st catch at a 1st down. Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Here we go.
Rivers hands this one to Mack, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
It's a gain.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Rivers. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Darius Leonard blew that play up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a 1st down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Flush to his right. He'll run it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Now the rookie runner from App State, it's Darrington Evans. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down at the Colts 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 1st down, Tannehill. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Smith. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
At the 44-yard line.
2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
And that was a high degree of difficulty on that one, but to me, it goes back to fundamentals and determination. High point the football and declare it yours.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Henry, the ball carrier.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry taking it in. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Harris on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jayon Brown. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. On play action, Rivers. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Rivers. He's got his tight end, Burton.
Rivers.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
18 yards.
The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another 1st down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Rivers on the money, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st down, Colts.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's a gain of
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
At the 30-yard line.
Rivers again. He rifles one that's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Derrick Henry.
And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 7-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. You got nothing to run. You got nothing. Slam. Hip.
Again, it's Henry. First down and much more for Henry. And all the way up to the 37-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Well, now they'll try the end around. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He's brought down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a man open down the middle of the field and way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. The Rivers throw going to be caught by Pittman. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
At the 44-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 38-yard line.
And the Colts 1st down.
He completes this one to Mack. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The catch and run good for 18 and a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
From the red zone now, Rivers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The rookie Michael Pittman, the intended receiver that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
A 2nd down throw for Rivers. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
3rd and long.
That sack leaves Rivers and the Colts with a 3rd and long. From the gun, Rivers. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans go victory formation as they take a knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 13-yard line. Tonight.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Titans, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And now they'll get the weekend off.